guys, welcome back to ASMR Retro, and welcome to episode 2 of my Transformers comic book collection. These are the original 80 comics by Marvel Comics for Transformers, and I'll try to remember to put part 1 of this video in the description if you want to check that one out. Okay, let's get started with issue number 16 of the Transformers TRANS Autobot symbol FORMERS. So you can see on the cover is Bumblebee, and he is getting blasted by a few Decepticons here. We have a couple of the Jets. We have Laserbeak and what's his name, Buzzsaw, and of course Shockwave, who is a terrifying and pretty strong Decepticon in the comics. And it says Bumblebee's last stand. And you can see all the blast there, blast, and he's protecting a couple of humans over here. I'm not sure if one of them's Spike, or what's the other one's name? Daniel, isn't it? No, not Daniel. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to blank here. But Spike's brother is Sam Witwicky. Yes, that's right. Sam Witwicky. It's a pretty good trigger word, I think. But anyway, so yeah, more than meets the eye. Like I said, issue 16 from May. Not sure what year this is. Cover price 75 cents. UK is £40. Canada is, let's see, 95 cents. It looks like. You see Optimus Prime here. Now, I'm guessing this is around the time when the Transformers movie came out, even though it's a different continuity than this. But spoiler alert, I believe Bumblebee quote-unquote dies in this issue, and then he eventually comes back as Goldbug. So they seem to, I guess Hasbro, have a thing about killing off the classic characters and bringing them back in a different form, or introducing new characters to sell more toys. But I don't remember exactly if this is the issue where he dies or not. It's been a while since I read these, but pretty cool looking cover. Not the greatest artwork, but a nice action shot there, right? So pretty cool. Here we go, is issue number 17 from June. Looks like the same cover prices. The Transformers, and it says, meanwhile, back on Cybertron, ... And we have Blaster here, and he's falling to what it looks like is doom. And it says, into the smelting pool. So you see all that molten metal, I guess. And you see these melted, he looks like a melted C-3PO. But that's pretty terrifying, pretty disturbing, pretty cool. So yeah, he's being executed, I guess. And here you can see on the top is I guess that's the Decepticon base on Cybertron. So I believe this is when they introduced the Blaster. Yeah, he's back on Cybertron. Might be the first time they showed Cybertron again, other than maybe flashbacks since the first issue, I'm not sure. But very cool cover. I think probably the best artwork in terms of like how they drew Blaster and stuff like that. In terms of this batch I'm showing today, that is. Yeah, and I remember something weird about this is they introduced, I think maybe this episode or this issue or one of these issues, is the space bridge. If you remember from the original show, it was just like a circular thing. You go in and then it creates like some kind of tunnel or whatever, space tunnel, where you get zapped to Cybertron or back to Earth. But in this comic, it was literally a bridge. It's just like a bridge you walk across, like half a bridge you walk across, and you appear on the other side of the bridge, which was on Earth or Cybertron or whatever. So they took that bridge thing very literally. I guess this is before the show introduced the space bridge, so they didn't really know how to draw it, but that's kind of funny. But yeah, very cool looking cover here. issue number 18 from July. Same cover prices. More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers. And we have another Blaster cover. I think they're pushing Blaster very hard. I guess he was hoping to sell a lot of Blaster toys, which I'm sure they did. Blaster's pretty cool. I have a Blaster toy. Of course, I showed that on the channel once, but anyway, it says Blaster and Straxus battle. That almost rhymes. So this Straxus guy here kind of gives me Cobot vibes, doesn't he? But he also looks like what's the name, Nimrod from the X-Men. But anyway, he just doesn't look like, he's definitely not a toy. There's no toy of this guy, I don't think. And doesn't look anything like any of the Transformers that I grew up with. But anyway, he's swinging his big axe and he bonks. Looks like he bonked the Blaster on the head. While Blaster misses completely with his Blaster. He's shooting from the hip. That's the problem. Gotta aim sometimes, Blaster. But no, and then here's between. So it's like, okay, battle between two worlds. So this is again on Cybertron, and this is that space bridge in the background I was talking about. It just looks like, you know, the Brooklyn Bridge or something like that. Kind of funny, but not the greatest cover. Again, a nice action shot. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll say it's not bad. Just the green in the background's kind of a weird choice. But anyway, I'm sure there's some artistic reason why, you know, they had to use green because of the color palette scheme or something. I don't know, bro. Okay, now we have issue number 19 from August. Same cover prices, and then we have More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers. And it says, you asked for him, you got him, Omega, O-M-E-G-A-S-U-P-R-E-M-E, exclamation, Omega Supreme, Omega Supreme. And there he is in all his glory, and he's got Starscream in his grasp, and there's another jet blasting one of his shoulders. He's blasting either Rumble or Frenzy. There's either Rumble or Frenzy. I say that because they screwed up the colors in the cartoon or whatever. The way I talked about that before, but and there's that guy there. So pretty cool. I like Omega Supreme. I was always a big fan of his. I remember one of my relatives had the Omega Supreme toy, and I still have bits and pieces of Omega Supreme. Not sure where I got it from, but anyways, I might have borrowed it from not my relative, but somebody. But anyways. Yeah, there's just a few fragments of him left, but so again, another action-packed cover. Not too bad. And what else? The Autobot symbols look purple on his arm and chest here, but anyway, that's just nitpicking. What are you gonna do? Alright, Omega, get out of here. Okay, we have issue number 20. And from September, More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers. And there you see Megatron. I'm not even 100%. Oh, this is Skids, I think. Not the greatest name for a Transformer, but it says, this town ain't big enough for the both of us Autobot. Draw. So I guess they're having some kind of art competition or something. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, it's some kind of Western motif, Western theme. You have some cowgirl, a couple of broskies over here. I don't remember who they are exactly, but around this time I think it started to get a little bit wacky. Some of these issues and the quality dipped, for sure. Not that it was amazing to begin with, but the final like 20 issues or so are incredible. I talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again, but some of these issues are a little bit, I don't remember specifically if this issue is good or bad, but the cover makes me think it's not the greatest, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay. Here we have issue number 21 from October. And it says, Aerial Bots Over America, the Transformers. So obviously this is where they introduced the aerial bots. And you see 1 aerial bot, 2 aerial bot, 3 aerial bot, 4 Anyway, and then you have some of the Decepticon jets. I wonder if this is where they introduced these guys, the ones with the cone heads. But anyway, and you see a bunch of humans, human. Guess they maybe are holding them hostage. And yeah, that's the leader there. What's his name? Slingshot. Is that his name? I don't know. Don't ask me to name the other ones. I think his name is like Airbender and like Scatterbrain and like I don't know, Skybeam or something. I don't know. I'm just making those names up. But to be honest, I always thought that the aerial bots were pretty lame. I don't know why. They just seem so uninteresting. And their leader, I believe I could be wrong, at least in the animated show. I don't remember about this one, but literally the leader of the aerial bots is scared of heights. I'm like, you didn't know he's a plane, right? Like, how can you make him any more weak? You know what I mean? I get what they're going for. He's scared of heights, but he overcomes it. But I don't know, bro. It's just they just seem kind of lame. I always thought that the Decepticons were cooler overall. No, there's still a lot of Autobots I like, obviously, but I don't know. Decepticons are just cool. Pretty decent action shot there, but again, it's kind of like you don't know what your eye wants to focus on. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of little things happening. I don't know, but it is what it is. Okay, then we have issue number 22 from November, and more than meets the eye, the Transformers, and you have this guy's big face here. To be honest with you, I'm not even 100% sure what that is. I looked on the internet, and this issue they introduce the what do you call them? Stunticons. Those are the vehicles, the Decepticon combiner robots. They combine to Minosaur, so maybe that's Minosaur's face. Can't remember off the top of my head what Minosaur's face looks like. But the way they drew this robot's face here, wherever he is very generic, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if I had to guess, I would say it was Minosaur's face. And then you also have appearances by all these Marvel characters here. Spider-Man shows up, Hulk, Iron Man. No, I'm just kidding. They're just here because it was the 25th anniversary of Marvel. So I guess maybe they wanted to trick kids into thinking, oh wow, these characters are in this issue. I don't know, bro. But it is a little bit misleading. But kind of a weird cover. It doesn't really tell you anything. There's no bubble like saying, my name is Minosaur or whatever. That would have been nice, but it is what it is. And it was what it was. Okay, then we have issue number 23 from December. And once again, we have more than meets the eye, the Transformers. And we have two Decepticons that transform into vehicles. I believe one of them is Run Amok. I can't remember what the other one's name is. An equally dumb name like Runabout or I don't know, something like that. And you see the Statue of Liberty there, and they wrote humans are wimps, and they had the S backwards. Yeah, but I guess Cybertronians are bad spellers, or bad writers. Technically they spelled it right, but... And you see these helicopters attacking them. And you got these dudes up here. And this one's, I remember, this was one of the few Transformers comics I actually owned when I was a kid. So I remember reading this one a lot. So I have. And it's not the greatest issue, but it's not terrible. But it's, these guys were following some family for some reason who were going on vacation, tour across America or whatever. So everywhere they go, they end up, causing trouble and stuff like that. So I don't know. I can't remember how it ends really, but there you go. That's that issue. Not too much more. Not a bad cover. Nice. Got the statue there. Got some action. So a pretty decent cover. It would have been cool if the Statue of Liberty transforms or something. It's actually a robot that's been hiding there for, well, not a million years, but a long time. Okay, here we go. Now we have issue number 24 from January. And more than it meets the eye, the Transformers. And we have two familiar characters here, Megatron and Optimus Prime. And it says, Game over, Optimus Prime, in very retro, computer have some guy here controlling both of them, double joysticking, and yeah, I believe, again, spoiler alert, something like they both upgrade or upload their consciousness or whatever into this game where they fight, but if whoever dies actually dies for real, and then you know, kind of like the Matrix or whatever, but then Prime kind of dies, or he's about to die. But whoever this, I can't remember who this is. It's Chip, maybe, I don't know. But the last second he downloads Prime's consciousness into a disc, so everyone thinks he's dead, and you don't see Prime for a very long time after this, from what I remember. He does come back eventually, spoiler again. But yeah, that's what the summary of what's going on here. So it's a pretty cool issue. Pretty cool stuff. Decent cover. Got the big screen. You're saying, oh my god, Prime's gonna die, what's gonna happen? So okay, then we got issue number 25 from February. More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers. And it says Megatron's Last Stand. There you see Megatron there taking a lot of, or he looks like he took a lot of damage. His chest is messed up. His tricep there is kind of messed up. His forearm, his hamstring over there. So he's in pretty rough shape. And it looks like he's being attacked by the Trypticons over here. Another combiner group. So pretty cool cover. The artwork is a little wonky, but not bad. Could use a little bit more detail or something like that. But again, pretty cool. Like, whoa, what's happening here? Why are they attacking him? Is he gonna die? I can't remember if he dies here, or I mean, it doesn't really. It's complicated. I won't even try to explain it, considering I can't even really remember what happens exactly. It's been a very long time. Okay, then we have issue number 26 from March. Cover prices still have not changed. More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers, introducing the MECHANIC exclamation, the mechanic. And there he is right there in his mechanic suit with these, I don't know, guns of some kind. It says no job too big or too small. And you see a whole heap of twitching, dismantled Transformers. Looks like a blaster there. That looks like one of the Combaticons. That looks like Ratchet. Some other unidentifiable people there. So obviously he did a number on them somehow. So yeah, this guy appears in at least 2 issues, probably a few more. I can't remember exactly, but I wonder if he appeared in any other comic books other than the Transformers, but this was his introduction anyway. Really pretty cool cover, actually. I like this one. Nice pose with the dual guns and the heap of, you know, Transformers in the background. That's pretty good, pretty good. Okay, then we have issue number 27 from April. More Than Meets the Eye, the Transformers, and you have Trypticon on the cover. Guys, I love Trypticon. He's fantastic. And you have the Dinobots here, and some human lady running. And Trypticon is, you know, laying the smack down on the Dinobots, even though Grimlock is taking a bite out of his knee. The thing is, though, that Trypticon is like way bigger than this. He literally transforms into a city. By the way, I don't have to mention that he's a Decepticon, but just in case I didn't, yeah, transforms into a city, so he'd be like way bigger than this. And in the cartoon, they're not consistent with how big they draw him, but they usually draw him way bigger than this. And he wasn't in it that often, but like the guy did his voice, like it's like Trypticon. I don't know, just hilarious. Something I say to myself every once in a while, but yeah, pretty cool cover. Like the angle that makes him look huge, but like, it's like a bottom up angle or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, there's issue number 25 from May. Oh, looks like there's a price increase now, $1 US, and that looks like $1.25 Canadian, and UK is still 40 pence. So yeah, the mechanic strikes again. So you see the mechanic all the way down there, and he has this some kind of like wrench or something, and he's holding a tree. I guess it allows him to lift like really heavy things, and he's knocking out Blaster. I guess that's technically Goldbug, which again Bumblebee became Goldbug. I believe that's who that is. The cover is kind of weird. I always thought, like, first thing you look that hits your eyes, it looks like Blaster and Bumblebee or Goldbug are fighting each other. But then you're like, oh, introducing the mechanic, where is he? Oh, he's all the way down here, like. And once again, the size perspective is all weird. Like, would Bumblebee really be that big compared to a human? I don't know, but. And like the way, like the angle of Blaster's legs don't look like they would connect with his torso in the correct way, but anyway. Yeah, so they brought the mechanic back, and yeah, that's it. Another Blaster cover. And speaking of Blaster covers, this one's actually pretty cool, the cover anyways. It is issue number 29 from June. More than meets the eye, the Transformers scrapped by the scraplets. I like that word. And you see the mirror scraplet. It says, and introducing the triple changers. And you see Blaster here. It's hard to tell if he's decapitated or he's just like laying down and his head is back or whatever. But it's a pretty cool cover. I like how inside his mouth is like all mechanical and stuff. They didn't draw teeth. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I think they're maybe trying to capitalize off of the Gremlins craze, because they're like little, annoying creatures kind of thing. I could be wrong, but I don't really remember much of this issue. But I like the scraplets idea. I wonder if they ever made like scraplet toys. That would be kind of cool. Like you just like in a pouch and they all come out and they're like this big. That'd be kind of cool. I would kind of be down for that. But anyway, yeah, pretty cool looking cover there. Okay. Oh, and the triple changers are just what it sounds like, the Transformers I can transform into. They have a robot mode, and then they have like two Ultimodes. I don't know if he's introduced in this one, but for example, Astro Train or what's his name? Blitzwing. Yeah, Blitzwing. I have to check myself for a second. Okay, and then the final one I'm gonna talk about today is this one here. It is Transformers number 30. And here from July, and on the cover you see what looks like an abominable snowman, but I don't really remember who this is. And then you have, it says introducing the throttle bots. So that's a throttle bot. And one of them is punching right through this creature here, and he has a black rock truck, looks like some kind of fuel truck. Yeah, like I said, this is when things started getting kind of weird. I don't know. Again, I can't really talk too much without reading the issue again, but I suspect that it's not the greatest issue. And even Captain America here is like looking at you like, really you bought this? What were you thinking? No, but I'm kidding. But yeah, not too much to say. Just kind of a weird looking cover there. Not something that I would exactly want you to pick up this issue and check out what the throttle bots are all about. But I don't know. That's just me, The coolest thing about this cover is that Grimlock is up in the corner there, but Alright, so there you go. There's issue number 16 to 30. Again, this is part 2 of this series. If you want to check out part 1, check out my description. If I remember to put the link in there, hopefully I do. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it relaxing, and I'll see you guys